I came to Karelian Skies because for many years I'd been hearing about its precursor, Different Skies, because my bandmate Tim has been going to Different Skies for many years and he always told us about it. Tim invited me and I was excited to come because I had heard so much about the way the musicians create music and the way they compose and jam and perform together, and I wanted to be a part of that and see what it was like. And the fact that it was in Finland as well made it more exciting. I learned classical flute playing, and it was much later that I learned how to improvise and play extended techniques on the flute. So it was then that I started to work with other improvisers, and I learned the skills that would be applied in a creating environment like this. I knew from a very young age that I wanted to play music. I remember listening to a record of Beethoven's Eroica Symphony, which my mom brought home from the library one summer when I was 8 years old. I was raised in the Methodist church, and they do a lot of singing, and I would sing in their kids' choir. And I continued on a path of classical music. I have not played classical flute music in a long time. I think it's been about 10 years the last time I played a classical flute piece. I'm a lot more interested in rock music and free improvised music and composing now. My main project is the band Reconnaissance Fly, and it is a band based in San Francisco, and we have progressive rock and jazz and free improvisation elements throughout. Also, I compose pieces for other people to play, and those are influenced by the Western occult tradition and by natural forces and by biological processes, and they always involve some roadmap, but a lot of improvisation. So it's good that improvisers play my compositions. I came to Karelian Skies wanting to be completely open to what I would write lyrics about, and to be open to the things large and small that I'm experiencing in Finland. So there's a piece that Tim wrote, and he wrote a folk tune. And so I thought to myself, what would a folk tune be about that is taking place right now? So I was walking from the student dorms to Nurmestalo, and I saw all the wildflowers by the side of the road, and I thought this tune should be, these lyrics should be about wildflowers and weeds. So that's how that came about. And I've been writing a lot of lyrics inspired by listening to the music that the others are improvising. Sometimes they're playing and I just stand there and I think of lyrics and I write them down. So that's mostly how the process has gone. I'm very familiar with the way Tim makes music, because we know each other from the band and we've known each other for a long time. But one by one, I'm starting to learn how the other musicians perceive timbre and the kinds of things they offer up to the ensemble. I'm finding that the creative process and the experience of getting to know the other musicians and the experience of being centered in one place, with one place where we live, one place where we come to work, and all the wonderful hospitality of everyone we've met here has made Karelian Skies just everything that I hoped it would be. It's been a great experience so far. A lot of people in the United States associate electronic music with dance music and with raves, and that's kind of the point where you have to start. But there are also lots of wonderful electronic sounds in classic films. So that's kind of the way I would want to connect with people about this is kind of like the music you might hear in a classic science fiction film or in a very modern art film. So I think they might be able to relate to those sounds and then hear our music and it might sound familiar.